How to start an LLC in Michigan. Want to launch your business as a limited liability company, LLC? Michigan might be the perfect place for you. With its low cost of living, steady economic growth, and ever-increasing focus on small businesses, the Great Lakes state offers a ton of opportunity to ambitious entrepreneurs. LLC requirements vary state by state. Below, we'll show you how to start an LLC in Michigan with 5 key steps. We also covered the full review and tutorial which gave in the description box and some helpful information to help you start your business off on the right foot. Step 1. Name your Michigan LLC. The first step is to name your LLC in Michigan. In addition to choosing something that fits your desired brand image, you also need to make sure the name you want is allowed. That means ensuring the name isn't already in use by another company and adhering to Michigan naming rules. Official naming requirements for Michigan LLCs. Your business name must also include a designator that it is an LLC. Options for LLC designators in Michigan include LLC or LLC with or without periods. LC or LC with or without periods. Limited liability company. Your LLC name cannot contain any words or phrases that suggest it is a corporation, such as corporation, incorporate, corp, or inc. Reserving a business name in Michigan. Found the perfect name, but aren't quite ready to form your business? In Michigan, you can reserve your name for up to 180 days. Get a domain name for your business. Being available online is a big part of running a successful business. That's why you might want to make sure your desired business name is also available as a URL. Use our domain search tool to discover what domain names are available for your LLC. If you find the one you want to use, you can even use our domain name service to go ahead and register the domain name. We can also help you create a business website and obtain domain name privacy. Filing for an assumed name. If you want to do business under a different moniker than your official company name, you'll need to file for an assumed name in Michigan. This is also known as a doing business as or DBA name and a fictitious business name or FBN in other states. Trademarks. Even if your business entity search suggests that your desired name is available, that doesn't necessarily mean you're clear to use it. Names can also be trademarked at both the state and federal level. Check for state-level trademarks through the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs. Federal trademarks can be searched for through the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO. If your desired name isn't already trademarked, you can also consider applying for a trademark of your own. Step 2. Appoint a Michigan resident agent. The next step is to appoint a Michigan resident agent. Commonly referred to as a registered agent in other states, a resident agent is an individual or business entity who receives legal and official government notices on behalf of your LLC. Who can be a resident agent? To serve as a resident agent in Michigan, an individual or business entity must have a physical street address in the state. A P.O. box will not suffice. Your resident agent and registered office must also be listed in your articles of organization. Can I serve as my own resident agent? Legally, you can serve as your business's resident or registered agent, but there are a few reasons why this isn't a great idea. Having to be available during all regular business hours to receive legal notices and service of process can be inconvenient. Being served with subpoenas or legal notices in front of clients or investors can be embarrassing and harmful to business. Using a registered agent service. Stay compliant with Michigan resident agent requirements. Ensure all legal notices will be received and passed along in a timely manner. Avoid having to change your resident agent address when your business relocates. What if the state can't find my resident agent? If the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs is unable to make contact with your resident agent office, you could find yourself out of compliance with the state. Being out of compliance can lead to penalties as severe as administrative dissolution of your LLC. Furthermore, you could miss receiving notification that your business is being sued or has had legal action taken against it. This can all happen pretty easily if your registered agent office moves and you forget to update your paperwork with the state. Zen Business can serve as your resident agent. One of the best ways to avoid potential issues with your resident agent office being unreachable is to use a professional registered agent service. By using Zen Business as your resident agent, you can ensure your resident office address will always be up to date, and all legal notices will be received and passed along in a timely manner. That means you can go on vacation, enjoy time with family, or do whatever else you'd like without having to worry about missing legal notices or service of process. Step 3. File Michigan Articles of Organization. You'll file Articles of Organization with the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, Corporations, Securities, and Commercial Licensing Bureau, Corporations Division. You can file these formation documents online, via mail, or in person at the Lansing location, along with your non-refundable $50 filing fee. Information needed for Articles of Organization. Your Articles of Organization will need to include information such as the name of your Michigan LLC, your LLC's business purpose, the duration of your LLC, if other than perpetual, the name and address of your resident agent, other provisions, organizer names and signatures, your LLC's effective date. This will default to the date filed, unless an effective date within 90 days after the received date is specified. Member managed versus manager managed. One of the options you have when starting an LLC is whether your business will be member managed or manager managed. Under a member managed structure, an LLC's day-to-day management is handled by its members. When you opt for a manager-managed structure, you'll either appoint one or more members to manage your LLC, or hire an outside manager. If not specified in your operating agreement, your LLC will default to member-managed. This is the option many LLC owners choose, but which one is best for you depends on preference and availability. Filing a certificate of amendment. You only need to file your Articles of Organization once. However, if you make significant changes down the road, such as changing your resident agent, you'll need to file a Michigan Certificate of Amendment with LARA, along with the corresponding filing fee. If you do need to file an amendment, our amendment filing service can handle it for you. Furthermore, our worry-free compliance service even includes 2 yearly amendment filings. Store all your LLC documents in one digital dashboard. If you have us file your Articles of Organization, your paperwork will be available in the Zen Business dashboard once the state approves your LLC. This is where you can keep all of your important documents organized. Professional LLCs, PLLCs. Depending on your profession, you may need to form a professional LLC, PLLC, rather than a standard LLC. Michigan law says that those in certain licensed professions, think doctors, lawyers, and accountants, who want to offer their services under an LLC may do so only as a professional LLC. If you're in such an industry, check with the agency or board that licenses your profession to see if it requires you to form a PLLC. Note, we at Zen Business do not offer PLLC formation services at this time. How to expedite Michigan Articles of Organization. It can take approximately 3 to 5 business days for Articles of Organization to be processed in Michigan. However, you can also pay additional fees for 1 hour, 2 hour, same day, or 24-hour expedited service. Why would I delay my Michigan filing date? Some entrepreneurs, especially if it's near the end of the calendar year, will wait to file their LLC until after January 1st of the coming year. This is commonly done to avoid the hassle and cost of having to pay taxes on an LLC in the current year, especially if the LLC owners don't need to establish an LLC immediately. When you file your Michigan Articles of Organization, you also have the option to specify an effective date of up to 90 days out. This is something else we can help you with. When you file your Michigan Articles of Organization with us, we give you the option of paying an extra fee to have your LLC's effective date delayed. This service is only offered from October to January. Step 4. Create an operating agreement. Operating agreement benefits. They can help you avoid disputes between members about things like responsibilities, powers, privileges, and asset allocation. They enable you to customize the rules and policies of your business. They define your business's management structure. They further separate your business and personal assets in the eyes of the courts, further sheltering your savings from legal liability. A well-drafted operating agreement lays out the process for adding or removing members, succession plans for when a member leaves or dies, and how other extenuating circumstances will be handled. What to include in an operating agreement. Member responsibilities, privileges, and allocations. Management structure, member managed, or manager managed. Note, your LLC will default to member managed if not specified. Succession plans for when / if a member passes away or leaves the business. Rules for adding new members or removing existing members. Day-to-day operational details. All policies and protocols for your LLC, terms and conditions, etc. Any other information regarding your business's rules and procedures. Do I need an operating agreement if I'm the only owner? If you're starting a single-member LLC, you may wonder if you need an operating agreement. The simple answer is that operating agreements are still a good idea. Additionally, if your business is sued or has legal action taken against it, having an operating agreement helps to further separate your personal and business liability. It does this by showing the court that you've taken the time to create an official legal document for your business. Otherwise, your LLC may wind up looking more like a sole proprietorship to a judge. Step 5. Apply for an EIN. Finally, you'll need to obtain an Employer Identification Number, EIN. This number is also commonly referred to as a Federal Employer Identification Number, FEIN, or Federal Taxpayer Identification Number, FTIN. Your EIN identifies you to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. You'll typically need this number to pay business taxes, open a business bank account, and hire employees. Michigan LLC taxes. When it comes to taxes, most LLCs are treated as pass-through entities. That means federal income taxes are not paid by the LLC itself, but by each of its members. Furthermore, LLCs are not considered a tax entity by the IRS. Instead, LLCs are taxed by default as either a sole proprietorship for single-member LLCs or a general partnership for multi-member LLCs. This means LLC members avoid the double taxation faced by corporations. However, some LLCs opt to be taxed as corporations. If you choose for your LLC to be taxed as a corporation in Michigan, you will pay the state's 6% corporate income tax. Open a business bank account. One of the main benefits of forming an LLC is the separation of personal and business assets. To further avoid commingling your funds, you'll want to open a business bank account. This enables you to keep your business expenses totally separate from your personal finances. You may also want to consider applying for a business credit card to further differentiate your funds. Can filing as an S-Corp lower my taxes? By default, an LLC is taxed as a sole proprietorship if it has only one member or a partnership if it has multiple members. This appeals to most owners of LLCs because it avoids double taxation, in which a business pays taxes at both the business level and again when the income is paid to the individual owners. But some LLCs opt to be taxed as a C corporation or an S corporation because it works to their advantage. Being taxed as a C corporation does mean you get double taxation, but, for certain LLCs, the pros can sometimes outweigh the cons. C corporations have the widest range of tax deductions, which could be an advantage in some scenarios. For example, insurance premiums can be written off as a business expense. S Corp is short for Subchapter S Corporation and is geared toward small businesses. Having your LLC taxed as an S Corp has pass-through taxation like a standard LLC, but there's another potential advantage: it could save you money on self-employment taxes. While it's possible that one of the above options could work better for your LLC, we don't need to tell you that taxes are very complicated. They're also very specific to your situation. That's why you really need to consult a tax professional to see which taxing method works best for your Michigan business. We can help. Zen Business. Our services provide long-term support to help you start, run, and grow your business. If starting an LLC feels like an uphill battle, we can reduce your stress. Let us handle formation, compliance, and more. That way, you can focus on running your dream business. Reach out to us today. Are you ready to finally take the leap and launch the business you've been dreaming about? You're getting ready to form your own limited liability company or LLC. But wait, where do you start? Zen Business can easily guide you through the 5 legal steps of starting your LLC. Step 1. Select a great name for your LLC, one that no other business uses. Step 2. You must choose a registered agent to receive state correspondence and legal notices for you in person. Step 3. File your articles of organization. Once paperwork is approved and fees are collected, your LLC is official. Step 4. Create an operating agreement. This establishes the important rules for operating your company. And finally, Step 5. Apply for an employer identification number to open a bank account or hire employees. You may also need to review tax requirements. Feeling a little overwhelmed? Don't worry. Click the link in the description to let Zen Business quickly and easily form your LLC.